Hello, what's up? We are here once again. Let's get started right on this, and we'll go from there. So I was actually able to dub that other video, but I'm still really feeling under the weather. So I'm gonna work on this for a little bit, then I'm gonna get back to doing some sound editing on that other stuff. But we're making good progress, so I can't complain. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Where were we the other day? Yesterday, actually. So we were talking about self-perception. So let's go over our outline again, and we'll see where we're at, what more we had to add. Okay, so we've talked about her mind, talked about her body, talked about her heart. We can add more to that. We've talked about morality, which is a big one. We've talked about interpersonal relationships and her self-perception. Okay. I'm gonna give myself at least like 25 minutes because it's almost dinner time. I gotta go get some food. Later on tonight, I'll do some sprite animation, but for the most part, this video, whenever it's released, is gonna be pretty short. Because a lot of things, Lily is a good character to talk about because it's just young Saber, but there's not really that much we can go about that we haven't really touched upon in Saber's video that we did like months ago. So, self perception. We've talked about the philosophical aspect of it a little bit. Okay, yeah, we can talk about that. Don't drink alcohol unless you're an adult. Okay. Okay, let's think. When it comes to Saber Lily in particular, we're doing the philosophical aspect of it. This is kind of straightforward. Let's see. Wow. Lily isn't naive to that the world's not perfect. She's able to grasp the difference between her ideals and the world's imperfections. Okay. Okay. The limitations. Okay, so I have to see what the form of governance was for Camelot. Well, and I quote Camelot. It should be still based on the United Kingdom's governance, but for now, I'm gonna write limitation of governance. But I will fact check myself on that because yeah, I have to fact check myself on that. Okay. A even early on in her train. God damn it. Intelligence. It's ironic. I'm listening to Elden Ring OST. Prime example. My God. Shout out to America and her very proactive approach to dealing with the drama of the lands between. Very proactive. Genocidal, but proactive. Early on, she in her training, she gains exposure to limitations of governance and all right, this is gonna eat me alive. Give me a second. Wow. Okay. There we go. My iPad's kind of dead right now, so I don't have my notes. So this is gonna be a funny shit show. Because I'm old. My mind just wanders off from time to time. Trafficability, which is pretty much which is a fancy word from reliability. Fallibility. This is a big one. Also, just for my sanity's sake, Saber Lily is just being referred to as Lily. Because I'd go insane just calling her Saber Lily. I'm just calling um Artoria just Saber, just adult Saber, in that quote, just Saber. Yeah, I would go insane just writing Saber Lily all over the place, because it's like the whole Ryogi Shiki. It's like the Ryogi Shiki and Ryogi Shiki female and Ryogi Shiki male. I was going insane because it's so easy to get those two mixed up. So I had to call Ryogi female, Ryogi, and Shiki, the male. I don't know what Nazu's fixation with the name Shiki is. Like, there's literally like four of them, three of them running around. Okay, so we talked about the philosophical layer. What can we go on next? we can talk about what Saber, what Lily. See, just caught myself right there. We can talk about what Lily brings to the narrative. Like, what is Lily? What does she represent? Which is gonna be a stark contrast later on in life. That's for sure. What section is this? Section 8. Uh Symbolism. So her dress is a prime example. It's a clean slate, it's a white dress, and it represents purity, hope, potential. Purity, yeah. The biggest one, purity. Which is a stark contrast to her armored self later on. She built she has a armor around herself, if that makes any sense. She's enclosed herself from all human emotion in her armor. So Lily embodies hope, purity, and potential. Potential. All right, I got like 10-15 minutes left. These are relatively short just because I have so much stuff going on in the background. And this is just an outline. Like, we're primarily just brainstorming stuff. But when it comes to like the actual narrative for the video, yeah, we'll spend more time. But I gotta do I gotta start working on the audio editing for the other video that I'm releasing soon, which is probably today's Saturday. That's probably gonna be released by Thursday. I'm gonna have to do sprite animation. So I'm technically working on three things right now. So I gotta make equal time for all three of them, plus work stuff. Because even though I'm off duty, I'm still on duty, and we have a pending deployment November 1st. So all hell's gonna break loose in the next like couple of months. But I'll make time for YouTube. At the end of the day, these are very fun to do. Very, very fun. So each victory and setback is symbolic because it shows growth. We're not going to get into how effective she was as a ruler, or we won't. Yeah, we won't get into how effective she was, but yes, like every victory and setback is growth towards her future self. It's just her future self is leaves a lot to be desired because there's a lot of things that were happening to Saber throughout her history. Like I said before, I wouldn't wish that on my enemies. Oh my god, so much shenanigans happened. So Sacrifices. Feeling that sacrifices can leave lasting impressions. Can leave lasting impressions. Which in turn foreshadows stoicism. Stoicism. It gets annoying when you're talking about Saber, just because if you want to be cute about it, Saber Lily, Saber, during certain sequences, Salter. So you're technically talking about three, 2.5. You wouldn't really want to be cute about it, but Saber is a very complex character. Just vanilla Saber is very complex. Don't mind me. I'm just thinking. I believe I mentioned this the other stream. As Lily starts off as a blank slate, she transitions into Saber later on in life, of course. But the events that from her beginnings up until Saber molded her into what Saber is now. Because Saber is a flawed character. She's a great character, a complex character, but I think I mentioned that she didn't have ample time to develop mentally because she stopped. No. Let me not go down that rabbit hole. Saber Lily was forced in a scenario where she had to grow up fast. Interpersonal relationships were seldom. She had to be the ideal ruler to help Camelot, which in turn screwed up a lot of things because, as we've seen with the Mordred situation, Saber didn't really handle the Mordred situation in the best possible way because Mordred was, for lack of a better term, a raging maniac because affection was not there. Yeah, it comes down to not being able to build interpersonal relationships and know how to deal with people. This is why Saber's a very complex character. There are so many things you can talk about, but for the purposes of this video, we'll try to stay strictly to Lily and mention a little bit of Saber. Because it's so easy to dig yourself in a rabbit hole that you cannot recover from. Unfortunately, I'm running out of time, so let's finish up this section and we'll start wrapping things up. I'm about to sneeze. Phew. Excuse me. Phew. Excuse me. Still under the weather. Growth. Let's talk about growth. Sorry about that. Good. Actually, not spell when it matters. Oh my god. I think that's gonna be like an ongoing gag. So, in a sense, her adolescence is getting pushed aside for duty. Ooh, I'm gonna butcher this. Ah, thank you, word. All right. Okay, so let's just see what we've written. So we did 3 sections today, which is actually really good. So we've talked about the philosophical aspect of it. Okay. Philosophical aspect. We've talked about what Lily represents, her symbolism. We've talked about her growth. Okay. Pretty straightforward stream. So as mentioned, unfortunately, I do have to go work on my other video. So good 30 minutes. Tomorrow I'll do some more. I got spray animation later. I'll see everybody later. Have a good one. Bye bye.